I like this video. I already like the video from the title. I already like this video from the title, especially on Black History Month too. It's a little bit ironic, but I like this video because I really want to see what niggas are talking about on here, bro. I really want to see who's a fucking loser and who's not. Basically, this video is if white men were 100% honest. But obviously this is being recorded, so they're not gonna be 100% honest. But I still want to see these lame niggas.
We brought together 7 strangers, protected their identities, and created a space for them to be completely honest.
Let's see it.
What
Hey,
will be
I
revealed
want to
into
see,
the mask?
bro. I'm calling a hard R drop right now, bro.
Everyone is racist, including me.
Okay, let me think. I would agree. Like, not everyone, but most people in this world are. And I feel like sometimes it's not even on purpose. It's really just how people grew up and how cultures just like tried to merge and couldn't. It's just like, it's really just systematic. It's not even like a thing like, oh shit, I don't like you because I don't like you. You feel me? It was just like, I just never learned to like you. You feel me? That's more of how it is.
I'm like, nobody wants to think of themselves as racist, and I don't think that I'm racist in the way that I think we think about racism. But I think I took the question as these like inherent biases
that little drawing game
everybody has, and I think most of the time, most people are not aware of this.
It's weird. I think there's like this new generational divide of like, you are a racist or you said a racist thing. And I don't know where the line is. You might say something a little racist or something you don't see as racist. Someone calls you out and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, apologize. And if you argue that point against them, then I would say you're a racist. But if you understand, you come to understanding, you learn, everyone should be able to forgive that person.
Hey. This nigga really should go on Twitter and tell that shit to some of these niggas. Real shit. The question was, everyone is racist, including me. Agree or disagree?
And be like, no, you made a mistake. People make mistakes. I don't know. I feel like,
yeah, for sure.
Binary.
No, that makes absolute sense. Because niggas nowadays, the moment you slip up, boom, you gone, bro. There should be like a little fine line for like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You haven't learned, and it's just like, you're like, you feel me? Like, I wouldn't like give this like kind of privilege to somebody who was like 25 years old still saying the hard R. Because at some point in your years, bro, you should have been like, oh shit, that is a bad word to say. I shouldn't say that shit. At that point, it's over for you.
Thing that kind of is tough with cancel culture right now is that road to redemption. And so after you've said something wrong, how do you make yourself right again in the public sphere? At least personally, I feel like I don't see that a lot with cancel culture. Is if someone makes amends, there's now an acceptance like, hey, you did something wrong, but you're okay now, or at least better.
Nah, niggas just like to prey on people's downfall, bro. It's so weird.
I feel like it's just outrage, and I do think people
cancel culture is not a good thing at all. Niggas want to be the hero so bad they created villains.
I guess
that's what it is, bro.
With the idea of racism as a binary. It kind of goes back to that like really old meme where like Skipper says like, we did it, Mrs. Obama, racism is over. The idea of a redemption is just like, all right, they've fixed their racism.
That's insane. That's a trash meme too, bro.
Like, I think the redemption that our society is calling for is impossible. It's almost like you need to like write a check every time you make a racism, and like that will.
Oh no, yeah, it's impossible now, bro, because like back in the day there was something called like Y'all are sitting here right now, you feel me? Those people, back in the day, they created like a whole world basically made upon, you feel me? Like,
Off your thing, where I think like what we should be doing is like the idea of growth.
I love Black History Month.
I have struggled with my sexuality.
Never.
I felt an attraction to men really young, and I didn't connect to gay culture at all. And I was like, I'm either straight or gay. It can't be another one. So I very consciously put myself in the closet, and you know, I didn't feel confidence to like be my own person. You know, obviously in high school. And
I mean,
slowly
it's
but
just
surely,
I've struggled with my
started to come
sexuality.
out.
It's literally right here. Where is it? It just says, go back where? Bro, it's right here. I've struggled with my sexuality.
The more people.
Not that. What a question. What? Go back to what? I'm confused. The other question was everyone is racist, including
my
me.
Experience and stuff, but people come out of the closet. That's one thing. That's the second step. The first step is like really kind of like acknowledging it and like loving yourself, and that was the hardest part for me.
What happened? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Nah, we gotta watch this video, bruh. Oh.
And you know, I didn't feel confidence to like be my own person. You know, obviously.
Oh my God!
Slowly, you know, I come out to more people and talk. About my experience and
we gon'
stuff,
see.
but
We gon'
come
for
out
sure
of the
see.
closet, that's
We gon'
one
see.
thing. That's the second step. The first step is like really kind of like acknowledging it and like loving yourself, and that was the hardest part for me. I'm pretty good now. I'm happy.
Aww.
Happy bi.
Okay.
Now very comfortable with my sexuality, and you know, I know it's a spectrum, but I think I'm for the most part straight. I struggled with depression for a long time, and I think one of the side effects of that for me was I fell into an eating disorder, and I got really skinny.
Where does this have to do with like
I was struggling with an eating disorder? It made me, for some reason, question my sexuality, and I understand.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh shit, I don't want to eat food. Does that mean I don't like dick? Like, I'm confused. Like I don't eat food. That means I can't eat pussy. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused.
Messed up that is now.
Don't worry, bro. You still a munch, bro. You still a munch.
One with the other.
It's okay.
And I think it was because it's just not largely talked about with straight men that people.
No, we got to get to that fucking question though. I'm scared now, bro. This is scary.
I have a very core memory, somebody might say, of me walking in to my house after the first day of first grade, and I'm just like, hey mom, I think I have a crush on my friend. And my mom kind of laughed, and she's like, oh, boys don't have crushes on boys.
Oh shit.
And I was like, cool, got it, awesome. Just put that in the back of my mind, and I'm still working with like the idea that if I have a crush on a man, that's not inherently disgusting, because what's more disgusting than a man wanting you? Like you said, like connecting to the gay community, unless.
Why did he stutter? What? Bro, calm down. You're not gonna get canceled for saying that word, bro. Calm down.
It seems the tiniest of boxes is really hard, and even now, like I went out last night and I had somebody that I kind of like caught my eye, but I had no idea how to approach that. It's like everybody else got like
you just don't got riz,
and, like,
bro. It's okay.
Easy steps to not have social anxiety when in the club, and I'm just like, I guess I was sick that day. I didn't get that class. I didn't sign up for it on LinkedIn. Just sorry, I'm using.
What are you talking about, bro?
I went up to a guy and said, "You're so handsome," and I was like, "Oh my god, that sounds like I'm an old woman." You know, they're like, "You're so handsome."
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, obviously don't say that, but it's like, okay, but then what do you say? Because like, do I not think that he's?
I mean, nigga, just say it then, bro. The fuck? At that point, like, you thinking too hard, bro. Just say it.
Handsome?
God damn.
Have you ever been confused by consent before?
Yes. And let me explain. You feel me? Let me explain. Actually, hold on. Actually, I'm going to say no. No. I'm going to say no. That's it. No, I'm going to say no. Actually, no.
There have been instances where, you know, in terms of friends, relationships, whatever, I can go too far because I misinterpreted consent.
What?
Because people seem comfortable with something, you kind of go along with it.
That is true. What kind of consent? Because I'm not confused. I'm not confused about, like, you know, sexual consent. I understand that fully. But, like, what are we talking about?
Yes, was just thinking very specifically about a situations where both of us have been.
I guess we're talking about, like, you know, sexually consent.
It's not one person's sober and the other person's drunk, and the drunk person's saying yes. But if you're both drunk and both consenting and into it in the moment, and then the next day, like, I've had like neither of us really consented. Is anybody in the wrong here? You know, and so that's kind of what I thought of when I heard.
That's a good question.
I've been confused about consent.
That's a really good question. What the
fact
fuck?
In that scenario.
Jack, that situation is pretty scary because you interpret it one way, and if someone was hurt and you didn't mean to do that, and you didn't take the precautions.
Just like last stream, bro, getting drunk does not bring no benefits, bro. Like I said, no benefits. None at all. At all. It just brings confusion and chaos.
Sometimes, even when we don't mean to hurt others, and it sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing about consent is it's not always just like this guy being like, oh, come on. Like, you know, there's such a finer line. There's so many gray areas that it's really important to have those conversations.
That's good,
because,
big old.
There can be so many different scenarios that are still
what? You might.
consensual.
Oh, hell no.
Women have more power than me.
Okay. That question is a little bit more. Like nowadays, it's like a difference. It's not a. It's a difference, right? When we're talking about, what is it? When we're talking about government politic, is that a word? No. Like if we're talking about government politics and like really higher up things that regular civilians don't partake in, no. You feel me? No. But if we're talking about the regular basis of people's lives, like social media, just day-to-day life, yes. You feel me? I'm not gonna say like no, women finally got what they wanted. No, bro, no. That's what I'm talking about. But I do think women have more of an influence on society nowadays, especially with social media. Like a lot with social media, you feel me? And just many other things. But that doesn't mean that like men are still not like, you know, abusing that power. But that's when it comes to really higher up things, bro. Like that's like there's a civilians, and then it goes to like corporations, big things. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's what I mean when I say like women have more power, like in the sense of like, you know, regular people.
I definitely don't think women have more power, and I think some people might think that just because you're seeing a growing relative power that, you know, some men might not be used to. Now that women are kind of getting closer to being equal to some people that might feel like they're getting more power and they might be more powerful.
No.
And so I can understand why someone might.
Even if they were powerful, to be honest, I'd rather have women be more powerful than men. You feel me? No munch shit, but I'm a munch. No, but like genuinely, like I'm not talking about like, bro, I really don't want women to have more power than me. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about influential. Like, women have way more power influentially. That's not a word, but you know.
Perceive that as relative, but absolutely I don't agree that like women have more power. I think we're getting closer to,
because power is like too broad, but there's many different things that come with power, bro. They're not just
harassed
power or
by
power.
A superior who was a woman at a previous job like repeatedly harassed. I reported it to my boss, who was a white male, and he just laughed it off and said, you know, toughen up, Buttercup. When women are harassed, I think if I was a woman and I reported harassment, especially right now with Me Too and everything, CEO would see a huge red flag, a huge possible controversy, and like, I know there's definitely, you know, ways when that isn't true, but for me it was just like, we don't care. You're a man, toughen up. I don't give a shit. Like,
but that doesn't make women powerful. You feel me? I feel like men are starting to like, no, this is what it is. The like system white men built this entire like country on is starting to fall back on niggas, on themselves, and they're like, bro, that's not fair. We did this to ourselves. Cause back in the day, boom, if you were a man, you was highly masculine and you was always like just like the big dog. But now people are starting to be like, what? But if a woman does that, that's not fair. She gets biased. That's just your fault for building a system like that. That's not the woman's fault. They figured out how to beat the system and you can't be mad at it. That's just how it is.
She's a woman. She can't harass you. And it was really hard. I'm sorry. And I was really scared, and like, if I didn't have some, you know, good women in my life, and
niggas are soft. See, like that's like basically like, you know, a product of the system.
Some good people. I wouldn't have taken action. I would have just toughened up, and I would have let it kill me inside.
Sorry that happened. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's sad. Sorry.
I've had fantasy.
All right. I'm ready. My nigga, why is there one red? Why?
Oh, okay.
Nigga said, oh, okay. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
So I said yes because, like, I can't think of a specific...
Wasn't this nigga just talking about fucking... Okay, wait, okay, listen. No, there's no way this is like... This nigga is the imposter, for real.
Like, role-playing under very strict guidelines, and with the understanding that my partner will stop if I ever get too uncomfortable. In terms of, like, fantasizing about actually doing the very illegal and immoral act, no. But I think, you know, like, role-playing, or even, like, the fiction you read, or even, like, to a certain extent, as long as it's ethically made, porn, like, it's...
Yeah, he watches too much.
Hopefully, I think...
He watches too much of that shit, bro. Like, I understand niggas watch it, but this nigga is to the point where he's like, he's a lost fucking cause. He's a lost cause. He's weird as fuck. He's weird as shit.
It is valid, and it's something that I think I have done in the past.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Why is this part so long?
Like, personally, no. Like, it freaks me out too much.
Yeah,
you know,
thank
I
you,
do
Lord.
have, like, this kind of feel of wanting to be dominated by a man, you know, or a woman. That's more in porn than, like, in real life. I feel like I'd be freaked out in real life.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish there was at least like one black nigga here, bro. Cause like that shit would be fucking hilarious. That would be fucking hilarious, bro.
That happened, but
so in this situation where you're doing
this
like,
nigga would
your
really be like, bro,
are you
is
the
y'all
person
good, bro?
This idea of you're saying, am I playing the role of the assailant or the
Yeah,
victim?
this is extremely weird. This is extremely weird. I don't want to watch no more. All right.
You ask the questions and stuff like that.
Thank you. I have been abused.
Okay. There's many different types of abuse, so we gonna have to go. Me personally,
yeah, I mean, I've been going through it. You go through it.
Probably not.
No, I think I've just been abused.
I know.
And abused is such a, again, like, can mean so many things.
That's
so
what I'm saying, bro. Like, we aren't that fucking weird, bro. I'm telling you.
But definitely emotionally.
Unless there's some weird ass outliers, bro, and I would be extremely disappointed.
To employer, again, not sexually or physically, but just abused their power over me.
Okay.
As I talked about, I got harassed by an older female employee, and working through it, it's always a process. I don't know.
My family, we've endured emotional, physical abuse from my father, and I'm sure a lot of people.
Flex, nigga.
Attest.
Okay, did your daddy name you that? For real. Okay, let me chill. That's not funny. But why is your name Flex? Is that real? Or is that just like a... Oh, I'm dumb as hell. These are like fake names. I was finna say.
Things. And he lives in a whole nother country now, so I don't really talk to him. And I need that guidance. When I'm going from 14 to 18 years old, that's like a really influential time.
Hell
so
yeah.
it's really hard.
You do not need your father to influence you.
The worst part was when I told him about some of the issues I had because I didn't have him because of the way he, hurt me. He kind of just said, "Yo, that's your fault. Like, you can't blame me for that and put it on me." I think this kind of ties into, I want to bring it in how sometimes I feel like as a white man, I can't really talk about my problems because you're always been taught to suck it up. And I'm sure all of us have been told that.
Nah, that's just men in general. That's really not just like white men. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Multiple times in your life. Suck it up. Buttercup, I heard over here one, so...
But that is a white thing. I've never heard a nigga say suck it up, Buttercup. That is some lame shit. No. But like, that's just an all men thing. That's not just white niggas.
I remember with your boss telling you that, that wasn't valid. And that's not fair.
I don't think just because you're a man or white, you can't be abused. I was told that growing up.
I think abuse kind of requires a power dynamic, and even all of us, we're white men. There's always somebody above us. There's a richer, whiter man. I guess, so
Facts.
That's exactly the top.
Facts.
There's always somebody.
I'm glad you understand that.
That's just not really talked about.
Really quickly, I just want to do one thing. There's going to be no talking. It's the last question I have, and you cannot elaborate on your opinion either way.
Oh shit. Okay. Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and I'm happy. More red. More red. Oh, yo, nigga. But so. And we don't need no talking.
Really wanted to elaborate on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yes, sir, nigga. Yes, sir. Hey, bro. That's a cool little vid. Nothing crazy. That one question caught me off guard. I appreciate you, Big O, for, because if I was gonna watch the video just regularly, I wouldn't have seen that until later, bro. I wouldn't have seen that till later.